The following program is an opinion program. The opinions expressed by the host and guests of this program are not the opinions of the management, staff, and advertisers of this station. Please direct all criticism, concern, and adulation to the hosts of this program.
Welcome to Alabama Politics. This week, I am Dale Jackson. I'm a radio talk show host, and you can hear my show Monday through Friday from 5 to 9 a.m. on WVNN in Huntsville. You can also follow me anywhere on social media at the Dale Jackson and online at YellowhammerNews.com. With me, as always, Mecca Musick. She is the CEO of 256today.com. Smart news for smart people. We've got a great show for you today. We've got Phil Riddick with us. He is a commissioner of Madison County, which is a weird way to say a Madison County commissioner. And we also have a parting shot for you at the end about steak and lobster, which is apparently a big deal these days. But we'll get into all of that in a little bit. Right now, though, let's go ahead and get to that 2-minute warning. Well, I've been talking about a lot about Iran over the last couple of days, and I'm tired of it already. I wish this thing was over. I want it over by the time you watch this. Unfortunately, I do not think it will be over by then. We have heard we are ahead of schedule. Everything there that we can blow up, we can blow up. Everything's fine. Everything's wonderful. Donald Trump is truly trying to talk himself through this thing. And not that I don't believe that they are blowing up a lot of things. I think we got a little bit more ways to go. Iran still trying to mess around with the Strait of Hormuz, which I think we should change to the Strait of America so it's easier to say. Because gas prices are the number one thing that Iran knows will work to turn people against the war. Because they know they're not going to kill a bunch of Americans. They know that's not going to happen. There are going to be some losses, and that is tragic. But they're going to hurt them at the pocketbook, at the pump. You put a 4 on the board there around the country, the average, I think you're going to have a very different conversation. This is their only weapon. We heard some made-up story about something about California where they're going to have drones and flying in there attacking Disneyland or something. Now, that was one source completely made up. But are gas prices their only weapon?
I would say it's a very effective strategy for them. And I mean, that's pretty arguable, actually, at this point. What was it? They threatened $200 a barrel.
Gas.
That's what they were saying. But this could very much prove a turning point, honestly. I mean, it's not just the pump. The Asian markets are, reacting even more severely to this situation in the Middle East. And it's not just going to be Americans. It's going to be a global response.
If you want to know what Iran thinks is an effective strategy, watch the news. Okay, because the Ayatollah, the media, and the Democrats are pretty much working together at this point on this stuff. And they're pushing the message of gas prices. You're going to get the where it was a year ago, where it was. But they always do the one thing that they could do right. They could go back one more click to where we were 2 years ago when Biden was always higher than it was now. So it's ridiculous. It got to 150, and it wasn't because any of this stuff. So it's kind of ridiculous. But this is a good weapon for them because they know that their friends in the media are going to pump that, and you're going to get a lot of that. So
I'm not disagreeing that this is going to be a very hot media topic and story, but there's the reality of when you're at the pump and it's going to be higher. Like it's not a made up story.
No, but if you continuously put it in people's faces, it absolutely
when
is.
you continuously fill it up at the pump, I'm not arguing your point. I'm saying that's not that's not.
It's going to work. I'm telling you, you see a 4 at the thing, absolutely, that's going to be the case. But all I'm saying is, see what they focus on. And that's that you'll see how that's an effective message. All right, moving on. Let's talk about the Public Service Commission. This is something no one should ever focus on, ever in the history of ever. And putting it here second is probably a huge tune-out. But the Public Service Commission, there was a couple of bills offered up earlier this year in the Alabama legislature. One of them said, hey, what if we took away people's rights to vote on this particular board and then just appointed them through the governor's office? And surprise, surprise, people did not like that. How incredibly weird. So the legislature came up with an idea and said, okay, we were going to take away your right to vote on these issues, but what if instead we just gave you like 4 more members and you voted on those? Why? I mean, they don't like the way I frame that because there's like data centers involved and all these other things in the broader
that's a really good question.
Sense of the bill. But why? Can you come up with a card?
No, you tell me. That's a great question, Dale.
The only thing I can possibly think of
Yeah.
is by making it appointed, they felt like they could get a little bit more control over it. And that's what it is. And then when that blew up in their face, they said, okay, you like voting? Here, have 4 more members. And the people that might want control over that board now will be focusing a lot of energy on getting those 4 other individuals elected. Now, I don't know. I went to the University of Florida, which was the #1 party school in the country when I was there.
That checks out.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it in there. So I may not be wrong about this, but if the board will have 7 members, 3 are already there. If you get all those other ones, you'll have the majority. Oh,
What?
wow, I know. It's absolutely shocking.
Is wild. However, let me mention Clay Schofield, our good buddy Clay, who we love dearly. Executive Director of the Energy Institute of Alabama said his trade association is against this, does not support wholesale restructuring of the regulatory system.
Fan of the status quo. I mean, that's really what it is. It's not bad for the It's not bad for the people being regulated right now. And yeah, maybe it'd be nice for them to have a little bit more control. But I think they're good where they are. This thing can go sideways quickly. Yeah. Here's what they're afraid of. They're afraid of guys like Jim Ziegler, His Excellency. It used to be the counter of desks.
And if there's only 3 spots and he's one of them.
Right. Now he'll be the counter of watts. And this guy will, and he is a wild card. And if you get a bunch of wild cards on there, they are not going to like that. So there you go. If you're watching in North Alabama, you're probably wondering what the hell this is. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, exactly.
just
TVA for North Alabama. The rest of y'all,
Don't worry. It'll show up on your ballot and just be different. Just do whatever I tell you to do on that. All right, moving on. Let's talk about the DHS shutdown. This is an important topic that seems to be getting almost no attention. Let me tell you how ridiculous this is. The Denver International Airport is asking travelers to bring gift cards for the TSA agents.
They are not.
They are. And I'm not doing that. Well, I'm just going to tell you that right now. I'm absolutely not doing that. I'll tell you what. When you get this government job, you know damn well that there could be a shutdown where you're going to go through a period where you're not going to get paid. Go to the bank and get a loan. Okay? Because I don't want to hear you coming to me. I have a wife who's a government employee, and I just wanted her to go back to work. Okay? I didn't, go work for free. I don't care what's going on. But she was in my house the whole time anyway. What are we doing? Oh, yeah, sorry. So the DHS situation, let's talk about this for a second. Katie Britt.
She is center stage on this. This is her issue. She is blaming the Democrats for not returning her calls, refusing to meet with her, for refusing to come to the table.
And they've already got a lot of what they want. They got Chrissy Noem gone. The roaming
I don't think
patrols,
they did that.
I don't think so either. But they wanted her gone.
Yeah, that's
they wanted the roaming patrols to stop. That's not Tom Homan's policy, so that's out.
So they don't want funding for ICE.
Yeah, well, that's not going to happen.
So the next question is so Democrats, that's their hard
ICE already
line.
Funded forever. So.
They don't want ICE funded, but they want to fund the other stuff. Katie Britt, the Republicans are like absolutely not. And it doesn't look like either side.
No movement.
Either side is moving on this at all. So what happens?
No movement on this. So like
just gift cards?
Yeah, TSA is going to have to work for gift cards and stuff like that. And that's what's going to happen. They're going to get paid eventually, obviously. But yeah, this is causing them some hardship, and we'll joke around a little bit about it.
And it's spring break season. There's going to be a lot of people traveling.
Yeah,
so you're saying nobody's paying attention to this? I bet after the next few weeks, everybody. Sure, if it's not resolved, everyone is going to be paying attention to this.
The thing about the last government shutdown that worked so well for the people who wanted to get it open was it did for them. They wanted to get open. So what do? You parade around a bunch of people going, I can't eat without food stamps. And you have that kind of stuff that you can parade those people. They're sympathetic. Nobody cares about government employees. I don't give a damn about the TSA agents.
Your wife works for the government.
And I don't expect anyone to be sympathetic of this. I mean, good Lord, I see the work they do. I mean, come on.
That's terrible.
I'm joking. All right, let's talk about the death penalty, which I'll probably get when I get home today. But let's instead talk about Governor Kay Ivey commuting the sentence of Sonny. And make sure you use the word Sonny. We have to learn that his real name isn't Sonny, but we call him Sonny. It's just a good old nickname for a good old guy. Sonny Burton was put to death. Well, let me take that back. He was supposed to be put to death Thursday evening. Instead, the governor said, no, never mind, because it just wouldn't be fair to put him to death if the guy who actually pulled the trigger in the AutoZone robbery that he was engaging in and shot a veteran in the back while he laid on the ground, if that guy didn't get put to death, but Burton did, because all he did was hold a loaded gun to the AutoZone manager. minor thing. Who hasn't, right?
So to make it clear, what you're saying is the guy who actually pulled the trigger got life in prison, no parole.
Yeah.
And the guy
he got sentenced to death, and then they said his lawyer was bad, so they walked it back.
Okay.
And that's what happened there.
But for Sonny,
Sonny,
as
yes.
you
Sonny
mentioned,
Burton.
he did get the death penalty, was scheduled to die, but he didn't pull the trigger.
He didn't pull the trigger. He was only holding the loaded gun to the head of the manager of the AutoZone. Well, that was going on, and we're supposed to feel bad that he's going to be. It's just not fair, Mecca. It's just not fair. He didn't get to pull the trigger at all. It's not really fair. And plus, you got to remember, he's old. He's sitting in a wheelchair. He has to wear a little helmet.
Are you being funny? And
I'm not being funny. These are real things.
No, I know, but
they show you the pictures, and all I think to myself is maybe they put him down. Maybe that's a more sympathetic
so
thing.
bad.
It sounds like his life is terrible.
Let me get to this though. This is what the governor said in her statement: in order to ensure the continued viability of the death penalty, and that was her stance.
That means nothing.
Okay, and
that's it. I don't even know what that means. When I say it means nothing, what I mean is I have no idea what it means.
So your question, surprised by Ivy, I don't know if it was a surprise, but I can tell you Steve Marshall was certainly angry about this. A very strong statement from him. Let's remind everyone he is running for office, though, so this is actually good for him. And
well, I will say this: that's the reaction that you're going to give from Steve Marshall, whether he's running for office.
No, you're right. You're
right,
absolutely right. I'm just saying it's not all bad for him.
Yeah, I'll tell you this: surprised by Ivy? Yes, I'm surprised she's still governor. So yes, I am surprised by her at this point. Absolutely abdication of her role as governor. It really is. She could have stood firm and said, okay, this went through the court system. There were 1 million appeals on this thing. He's been there for 30 years, and we're going to let him off the hook. Why? Because it's not fair. Then change the damn law in the state of Alabama that says if you commit a felony and someone dies during that felony, everyone's responsible. That's what the law says. And Keavy's like, never mind. He looks silly in his hat. I mean, that's essentially it. That they put that picture. Look, you may think that sounds ridiculous, okay, and I'll give you that. But if you put that picture on the front page of the newspaper of this old man sitting here in a hat, it's going to make people feel bad. That's all it was. This was a perfect PR campaign. Kudos to the people that pulled that off. Shame on Governor Ivey for letting it work. Coming up next, Phil Riddick will be with us. Madison County Commissioner. He'll be here. Stay tuned.
Fox 54 Plus is your streaming home for news from the world of sports. Join the Fox 54 sports team for local highlights and insights. Stream Fox 54 Sports Sector anytime on Fox 54 Plus. Live, local, and always on.
You work hard to earn little escapes because doing your best means being your best. So let us help you discover your best at Premier Dental Spa. With our unique blend of cosmetic, dental, and spa-like aesthetic services, you'll leave feeling relaxed, refreshed, and renewed. Make sure the best you is here to stay and book your appointment online today at premierdentalspa.com.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for University Kia. This is my son Grant. He's a busy guy. Chess, piano, basketball, wrestling, baseball, you name it. There's probably some stuff that I missed that my wife will be mad about, but here's the thing. It's important to have reliable transportation. And my friends at University Kia, they take great care of me. I've been driving Sportages my entire life. My wife drives a Telluride now, and it is the perfect vehicle for the busy family. Folks, University Kia, let them take care of you like they've taken care of my family. That's University Kia. Learn more at universitykia.com.
Tom, Grant and Dale Jackson sent you.
Is your garage door unreliable? Is it making weird noises? It may be trying to tell you something. At Elite Door Service, we speak garage door. Simply give us a call or scan this QR code. We'll come out for free and take a look and a listen and give you trustworthy guidance. We can fix it, set you up with a new one, or let you know if we should all run for cover. Elite Door Service LLC, serving all of North Alabama.
Scout Pest Control is locally owned and operated. We offer superb customer service and can even clean up after pests. When you think pest control, think Scout. Call us at 256-216-1088 or visit scoutpestcontrol.com.
Have your car insurance rates skyrocketed? We can help and do free research and find the best rates and discounts to lower your car insurance. There are tons of ways to lower your car insurance, and we know how to find them. And right now is the best time to find every savings possible to help you lower your payment. It's so easy to switch your insurance to a newer plan with a lower rate with one fast phone call. We shop the top-rated companies for you and get the best rates and discounts, saving you money. Plus, did you know you can bundle your homeowner's insurance with your car and save even more? And that's just one of the many discounts available. Call right now. The call is free, our help is free, the savings and discounts are real and yours. Compare dozens of top car insurance deals and more with one free, no-pressure call.
Call 855-680-3016. That's 855-680-3016. Again, 855-680-3016. Call now.
Listen, if we even think you owe us money, you won't know what hit you. We'll put liens on everything you own. Raid your bank accounts, retirement fund, pension. You'll open up your paycheck and cry because we'll already have the money. We'll haul you into federal court and you might even go to jail. Hey, it's our job.
Don't fight the IRS alone. The Tax Doctor is here to help you negotiate your tax bill and reduce your stress. Our experts will fight for you using IRS guidelines to stop any IRS actions like bank levies or wage garnishments. Plus, eliminate penalties and interest and reduce your past tax bill so you pay the IRS less. Help is here to deal with the IRS to reduce your stress. If you owe $10,000 or more in back taxes, do not call the IRS alone. Call a tax doctor now for a tax emergency analysis.
I'd have my mom call the number on the screen. You come see me alone. We'll work it out. Really, we will.
Welcome back to Alabama Politics This Week. I am Dale Jackson. With me, as always, Mecca Musick. And our guest this week, Madison County Commissioner Phil Riddick. Mecca, before you get started here, I want to tell everyone this. I text Commissioner Riddick, and I was like, hey, can you come on the TV show this week? And he's like, yeah, absolutely. And we were working out the details. And after he agreed, he said to me, by the way, who is this? So he agreed. So just the reason I mentioned that is he agreed to come on this show, and he didn't know who exactly we were talking about because he was like, oh, he lost all his numbers. So he agreed to go on media outlets all over the place. That's a good thing for a politician.
If you cold call me just based on, no offense, your voice and everything like that, I would be immediately like, please don't call me back.
Yeah, it was a text. But yeah.
Oh, okay, better.
Go ahead.
Well, I figured if you had my cell phone number, it was probably somebody I knew.
Okay, Commissioner, thank you so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.
We need to get some city people on because we've been vastly outweighed by county people lately.
That's where the damage is being done right now.
That's actually true.
I mean, the county is concerned about this online sales tax thing.
Yes.
Mostly because you guys made out pretty well in this situation. And now the city's like, wait a second. And they've gotten their little cartel together of mayors, and they're working the legislature. The small towns are with you guys. Mm-hmm. There's a lot more of y'all working the legislature. There was a bill by Albritton to kind of change things up a little bit. I would suggest that if the only way they're going to change this is they're going to add to the tax and then split it differently. How do you see this working out?
Well, the county's overall, not Madison County, but the county association's position is we don't care if you increase the amount. Our percentage is, our position is unalterably opposed to any change in the way that it's structured.
So you're opposed to a change in the percentage at all. So that means
it's our percentage.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If they want to split off the state's part, that's fine.
Tell me why that's important. Tell me about how counties have used this money and how a lot of it's already kind of promised.
Oh, it's huge. I mean, and most of it, at least for us, has been gone towards public safety, particularly the sheriff's department. And you probably know, sheriff's department is roughly half our budget, probably a little bit more than half of our budget. So when I first started as a commissioner, a starting deputy's salary was around $23,000-24,000, and now it's $58,000.
And that was not that long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, you haven't been in there that long.
So $58,000 to start, and once they get through the academy, it's $65,000. So now we're paying a really good wage, and I'm sure y'all have anecdotally noticed the crime statistics in Huntsville, Madison County. With all this population coming in, the crime's really not going up. Yeah. And I attribute that a lot to law enforcement here and what we've put into it. So we had, in 2020, we had 160 deputies, and now we have 205.
Oh, wow.
So we put that many more policemen on the street.
Have you borrowed against the money?
We have not.
You need to. I'm telling you, get out there. I'm telling every county commissioner, borrow against the money, because then you can go to the legislature like, you can't take from us. We already borrowed against it.
Yeah. And so also school resource officers and things like that. Not to mention patrol cars and radios, body cams.
Oh, go borrow against the money, buy some more. All right, Mecca, go ahead.
Yeah, that's a great item. Very, very responsible. Thank you. That's what we want our leaders to do. Talk to me a little bit. Also, you said public safety. There's also the jail. What was that look? Go ahead. Just expound on that.
That's a look every elected official in this county has said when you mentioned the word jail in the last 20 years.
Well, as the population grows, the jail population is going to grow a little bit. So it hasn't grown in leaps and bounds, but it is inching up, and we're getting close to capacity in the county jail. We're already starting to think about, we got this big courthouse project, that we've kind of gone down that path, but eventually we're going to have to look at expanding the jail or adding some space over there.
What better place to put a jail than right in the middle of downtown, where the old courthouse is?
Well,
just all the courts already in there.
It used to be there.
Yeah, I'm saying. All right.
It's on the top, 9th and 10th
That's
floors.
actually a really good idea. I want to talk about economic development for a bit. You guys in Madison County, Mobile, and then for the clear third, Birmingham, have benefited greatly from economic incentives in the state, big time. And you guys have cut deals on your level, state incentives, all this other stuff too. I would argue that on the outside of the big three counties that we're talking about, Mobile, Baldwin together, you can put it in Shelby and Birmingham or Jefferson together. Not a lot going on. We got some stuff going on in Scottsboro now, some stuff in Muscle Shoals. But in the rural areas, there's not a lot going on. Would you oppose increased incentives to bring something outside of those big 6 counties?
Would I?
He's got this. Oh no, you need to expound on your theory. He ran this by me the other day. No, you didn't explain it correctly.
You guys are already getting a lion's share of the economic incentives that go to bringing businesses in, because people want to be in Madison County, they want to be in Huntsville, they want to be in Limestone County, they want to be in Mobile, they want to be in Baldwin, they want to be in Jefferson and Shelby. Other than those big 6, it's been kind of weak. Would you oppose increasing incentives to bring things outside of the big 6 counties?
For us to give the incentives to go somewhere else?
No, not you, but the state. The state.
Well, the state would do that.
But then they'd be working against you.
Well, yes and no. I mean, different companies choose a spot for different reasons.
Right.
I mean, the broadband thing is a huge reason why a lot of companies don't end up in some of these rural areas.
Oh, there's a power issue too.
Exactly.
The infrastructure, everything else that makes it possible.
This is kind of a pipe dream I have, because there's like an embarrassment of riches, I would say, in Madison County. It's in the last 20 years. You know this. You've done a good job. Take the compliment. I mean, it really is a compliment.
No, his position is we could use more.
Right. No, I understand. But what I'm saying is that it hasn't been that way across the entire state. But what I'm suggesting is very hard to do. Got to give you the last word on this, and we'll wrap it up.
Well, we're all for economic development anywhere in the state. I mean, the rising tide floats all boats, and there's going to be certain sites that are better than others for different things. But we're at a point now where we need infrastructure dollars to support.
It's a pie in the sky idea, I know, and I don't think I fully flushed it out. That's my fault.
I don't think so.
Mecca Musick, thank you very much. Phil Riddick, thank you very much, Madison County Commissioner. We'll come back for a short party shot when we return. Stay tuned.
You work hard to earn little escapes, because doing your best means being your best. So let us help you discover your best at Premier Dental Spa. With our unique blend of cosmetic, dental, and spa-like aesthetic services, you'll leave feeling relaxed, refreshed, and renewed. Make sure the best you is here to stay, and book your appointment online today at premierdentalspa.com.
Hey folks, Dale Jackson here for University Kia. This is my son Grant. He's a busy guy. Chess, piano, basketball, wrestling, baseball, you name it. There's probably some stuff that I missed that my wife will be mad about, but here's the thing. It's important to have reliable transportation. My friends at University Kia, they take great care of me. I've been driving Sportages my entire life. My wife drives a Telluride now, and it is the perfect vehicle for the busy family. Folks, University Kia, let them take care of you like they've taken care of my family. That's University Kia. Learn more at universitykia.com.
Tom, Grant and Dale Jackson sent you.
Is your garage door unreliable? Is it making weird noises? It may be trying to tell you something. At Elite Door Service, we speak garage door. Simply give us a call or scan this QR code. We'll come out for free and take a look and a listen and give you trustworthy guidance. We can fix it. set you up with a new one, or let you know if we should all run for cover. Elite Door Service LLC, serving all of North Alabama.
Scout Pest Control is your one-stop shop for pest control. We do it all, from rodents to mosquitoes, termites to bedbugs. We offer a 100% satisfaction guarantee on all our services. When you think pest control, think Scout. ScoutPestControl.com.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month. Level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110. Guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify.
Call 866-533-1500. That's 866-533-1500. Call 866-533-1500.
Fox 54 Plus is your streaming home for news from the world of sports. Join the Fox 54 sports team for local highlights and insights. Stream Fox 54 Sports Sector anytime on Fox 54 Plus. Live, local, and always on.
Welcome back to Alabama Politics This Week. I am Dale Jackson. Just a moment, my parting shot. I'll be right with you. I have a great take on the kerfuffle over steak and lobster in the Department of War. It's rather ridiculous. But before we get into that, head on over to yellowhammernews.com. Sign up for my email blast. Sign up for the 7 things you should be talking about today. It will get delivered directly into your email inbox every single day, so don't miss that. Also, all my columns and all the other stuff and videos I make there as well. yellowhammernews.com. Right now, though, let's go ahead and get to that parting shot. My parting shot this week is directed at all the people that seem to believe that Pete Hegseth, the Secretary of War, was eating $16 million in steak and $9 million in lobsters and all sorts of other stuff because they're going through some of the budgets and spending at the Pentagon and looking for issues. While this conflict in Iran is going on, they want to be able to say, look at how they're spending this money while the conflict's going on. I can't believe it. So they came across a line item for steak and lobsters, and they decided to float this on television that there was something maybe improper going on, and Pete Hegseth was eating all these lobsters. Now, obviously, anyone who's been in the military knows right before you do something that sucks, they feed you very well. There was a joke in my unit that if you went to the chow hall and you got in there and the food was looking really good and there were lobsters and stuff like this, that something bad was about to happen. That is well known within the military, and that's exactly what's going on right now. They have taken a situation where they brought in really good food for the people who were deployed, and they're trying to make that a case. Why? Because they're trying to make everything a case. And that's the thing you have to understand about this. The American media is on the warpath against this president and has been since the moment he came down the escalator. Sometimes legitimately, but more often than not, they're doing things they would never do at any other time, including at this time. They know damn well what that's about, yet they're still trying to float it like, well, people are in conflict. This guy's out here eating lobsters and steaks. They know it's not true. They absolutely know it's not true. They don't believe anything they say. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for watching Alabama Politics This Week and listening all over the state of Alabama. We'll talk to you soon.